Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Being Trans. I am Amanda Bonanza. Next to me is Emily Kailyn, The beautiful and wonderful Emily Kailyn back from Kansas. Below me there is the ever illustrious Lilith Electra. Welcome, holiday friends. Welcome to the holiday season. Before we get started, I have a thing I want to address just right away. I'm just going to jump right in. I want to talk about my feelings because what we do is before the show starts is we banter. We sit in the room and we banter. And I had a story about my necklace and I started telling it. And the second I started telling it, everybody in the chat just got up and left. And they just got up and left. And I was there by myself telling my story to no one. And I felt awful. That's my start.
I'm going to just counter a little bit. First of all, I have wireless headphones. So if I walk away, I hear everything that's going on. And I think that anyone who's watched this show more than twice knows that if Amanda Bonanza starts a story, there is no need for you to be near your microphone because you will just be listening. So I heard the start of the story until you started complaining about the fact that I got up to put on some clothes. I was wearing clothes. I put on more clothes or different clothes. And it's not that we sit around and hear the naked 5 minutes before showtime, but
naked pre-showtime.
But I would just say
join the channel and find
everyone,
out is what
everyone who's part of this, everyone who's part of this Zoom was hearing and listening to your story, even if we weren't right in front of the camera at that time.
The timing of us all leaving at the same time was pretty great, though. I was the last.
In fact, I literally said I was going to go do something. So,
and you all did do that, and I understand like that it was all like a necessary thing, and I get it. It felt terrible. Excuse me.
Poor girl.
I'm also super sick. Yeah.
Ooh. I will say that I did have a similar experience. This is legit sad. So in 2015, no, it's okay. It's funny now. I was going through divorce and my dad had just died, and we were at a camp for this theater, and we would rent a campground every fall and go and hang out. And there were like 5 of us sitting on the steps talking, and then 2 of them decided to go in and get a snack. And then one guy went to the bathroom, and then the last person I was sitting with went to go talk to someone else, and I was just sitting there by myself on these steps. Like no one was even just like, hey, we're gonna do this. They all just kind of departed. I was just like, I'd never felt so alone in my life. So I get the feeling, and I appreciate that for you. But I also want to just again reiterate that we were all listening to your story, even if we weren't right on camera there at the moment.
It's true. They were all listening, but then I forgot my story because of that happening. And then all I could think about was how that happened.
And then what happened?
Then you reminded me of my story, and I remember
I recalled every detail of your story and prompted you with where you were in your story and what you were getting to, which was 30, not even, it was maybe 5 seconds from where you had stopped telling the story to complain. You were almost done.
It didn't take long.
You were almost done.
It didn't take long for me to forget everything that was on my mind. It was just like, it was just
the last, like, actually,
that just got shut.
The only part we had missed where you had stopped was just like, and that's the story. That's legit how far along you were in the story.
Almost.
When we got up.
Yeah, but anyways. Just an example to show you that I was definitely paying attention to your story. I'm sorry you felt utterly abandoned. That was not the intention. My bladder happens when it happens, and Lilith was doing things. I don't know what Raina's excuse was, so maybe she's the one to grill later.
I don't hold it against any of you. I understand all that stuff because we do. That is the thing, is like before the show, it's always a last minute scramble in the last 2 minutes to remember all the things you forgot to do. Like I forgot to do a couple things. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I was told we were talking about boobs, so I had to go make sure that my boobs looked as good as possible. I assume they look all right. Everyone's really we're not watching the full screen version, so I'm just sitting here with my boobs out. So yeah, let's I'm gonna kick it to Emily. Let's start talking about boobs.
Yes,
let's start talking about boobs.
Everybody wants to talk about always. So yes, it's perfect timing. We're bringing this up because I get boobs on Tuesday. Today is Saturday.
Boobs.
I get, yeah, Boob Tuesday. So it's just mere days away. I mean, you could count it easily in hours. And um, uh, yeah, I'm really mixed on it for lots of reasons. Uh, I'm sort of down on myself for some reason as well. I guess we should go into that because Lilith's face and
Yeah, let's
reaction to
start
that.
there. Let's start there. Why are you down on yourself?
We can't, looking to transition, we can't control how our bodies are going to react to hormones. I started HRT just before 40. So like, there's not a whole lot you can expect. But like I've missed, my pills sometimes. I get forgetful. Amanda's got this thing that she swears by, that is this guaranteed to grow boobs thing. I got one aspect of it, the magical cream, but I didn't get the other herbs. I did do some research into whether or not there was any evidence that this stuff works, and it was basically like no. So
I got evidence right here is what I got.
But I went with the cream, and I was doing the cream, and I didn't see any results, so I kind of trailed off on that. But I have always had like an opposition to fake boobs. I've never liked that idea. I've never liked that women feel pressured to get fake boobs and put themselves under surgery to fit some kind of standard. Like back in the day, it was like boobs and high heels were two things that I was, or fake boobs and high heels were two things that I was just against entirely.
You were against high heels.
I was.
A strange stance to take. I mean, we'll let you finish here.
Yeah. Maybe we can go that another time. But so for me, needing / getting implants feels sort of antithetical to me, and it feels like, I mean, this is so dramatic. This is me being super dramatic. I get it, but this is happening in my brain. Like it feels like failure.
You're talking about two different things.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about
lump things
women who felt pressured to get implants to meet some sort of beauty standard or idea standard, or to get, cast for roles in movies, or whatever reason that they got those. You are not doing it for that. Doesn't seem like you're not. I don't think you're up for any roles. I don't feel like
if she does get that
pressure
in the new Michael Bay feature, then it's like a nice bonus, right? It's like I'm not doing it for them.
You're doing this for yourself.
Yeah.
That's like saying, oh, I don't want to do, like, if you're doing something for yourself, then that's completely different than doing something for societal pressure. And I would say, I didn't go through the same thing. Like, I knew I wanted it, but I have people who tell me, like, your boobs are fine. You don't need a boob job. It probably could have just lost weight, but like, no, I got huge boobs and I love them. And, and I think, it's for myself. Like I think I've been fairly open about how I give a shit what other people think.
Yeah.
While I'm on this show, and it really is. It was for me, and I love them, and I think they're awesome.
Part of my character from very early, and I think it's tied into being trans, like just sort of this general feeling of not deserving, and not doing enough to deserve, and that sort of thing. And so I think that's, more of what it is, of like, I'm not sure I've done, we lost Amanda. I'm not sure I've done the appropriate work, and it's really weird because it's hard for me to justify it in this moment because it doesn't make sense saying it out loud.
You don't have to justify anything that you want out of your life or for yourself. And yeah, like deserve. I mean, who is getting what they want and deserve it, and who is getting what they deserve? Like, so many people in the world are not getting what they deserve, and so many people who have everything don't deserve shit. So
Kissinger comes to mind. That's the first thing that came to mind.
That's straight from, that's one of my favorite quotes from The Wire. It's just like, deserving got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The world, though, if the world ran on deserve, man, this place would be an amazing place to live.
It'd be different.
But the
Yeah,
world doesn't live. The world doesn't exist in deserve. Do you think the president deserved a peace prize? Do you think the president who unleashed the military in his own cities and is blowing up boats in international waters, do you think he deserves a peace prize?
Did he get one?
Probably not. Yeah, he did. He got the FIFA.
He gave him the Nobel Peace Prize?
No, see, this is what we're talking about. You talk about people not listening to you. I never said the Nobel Peace Prize. FIFA created a peace prize to give to Donald Trump.
FIFA, the soccer organization?
Yeah. No, Donald Trump is like if Make-A-Wish kid became president.
He got the soccer, he got the world football.
He gets a peace prize. He gets to meet John Cena, whatever he fucking wants, because you know
the FIFA Peace Prize brought to you by Totino's Pizza Rolls.
That's what it was. It was actually a plate with a silver pizza roll on it. But yeah, like honestly, if you want to talk about like when I go through my toughest things, when I'm like really struggling, it's when I'm thinking about, you know, who deserves what and like why are things going this way, and it's just like that's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
there is no such thing as you can decide that someone else deserves something and give that to them, but the universe doesn't work on deserve.
That doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
it's an indifferent, cold place. Yes,
it's sort of like I said though in there, like once I'm saying it out loud, it doesn't make a lot of sense and it's hard to justify it. Like it's weird to have feelings that are making me like nervous, trepidatious about this, and then like when you try and put logic behind it, it doesn't work, and yet the feeling's still kind of there. I think it'll be better now, but I don't know. The other thing is that I just not a fan of surgery. Not excited about surgery.
I've never had surgery before.
Yeah.
Also, just so you know, you're not awake for it, so you don't even know it happens.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those, and they are totally fine. I don't.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It happened really fast too, and like so for what you told me last week, like or earlier this week, it was like you weren't even planning on it. It was just like a thing that popped up, and they're like, "Oh, we can fit you in on Tuesday," and you're like, "Yeah."
Wait, didn't you have to get like letters to get this surgery?
No.
You need letters? I had to get letters to give to the doctor before they would even meet with me.
I don't need letters. They don't need to do blood work. Like there's just nothing. Like I just show up at it was like my roommate was saying, it's basically like a boob drive-through. Like they just like
how big did you go?
Okay, so I feel like I feel better about that. Charlotte brought up a good point. I haven't read it fully, but I think we've kind of covered that part. So we can move on from whatever trepidation, whatever weird mental gymnastics that I'm making in my brain to why this is scary or that I don't want to do this or deserve this, whatever it was. Okay. So now we can get on to the questions portion, because this is something that you have done and I have that's coming up for me. He said we had the initial consult and I laid out kind of what I want, like the bras that I wear have padding in them and give me the appearance of breasts and support the little bit that I do have, but it pretty much matches the look that I want. Like that's pretty much how I want to look. And you know, based on that, he said, well, okay, so that's probably about a 300 cc. And I'm like, cool, because yeah, that's just, if I can retain the same bras and just sort of spill out of them, then that's great. You know, lots of things like that. And so, you know, talking to you, talking to other people, it sort of seems like the consensus among trans women is like, or people that just get breast augmentation.
Just anyone. Yeah.
Just go a little bit bigger.
Just go, whatever you pick, go one size up.
Go one size up.
Go one size up.
What he had,
goes, oh my gosh, these are too big.
Some people do.
Well, if you're born with tremendous boobs, I would say most people.
Yeah, so Leo Moon Fry, Punky
most
Brewster
people who get augmentation.
boobs.
Most people who get augmentation don't think, oh, these are too luscious.
The only caveat to that is that I am extremely active. I play sports, I run, and all of that, and so there is definitely like a threshold where it would be really inconvenient. So
well, hold on. That's why I said just go to the next size. I
yeah.
didn't say go crazy.
So
be careful scuba diving too. You don't want them to explode on you.
Here's
you
what
always end up on your back trying to get underwater. It's crazy.
Here's what the doctor said. He's bringing three sizes. From I think like a 270 or 280 up to a little over 300. I forget the numbers, but he's bringing three, and it sounds like he's sort of gonna kind of pick and choose on the fly, like sort of try him out. Like, was that a thing, or did like?
No, like I said, when I went into the office. They had a bra for you to try on, and you just slip them in and see how they looked. And I was just, I mean, we talked about this in the past. Like, I am very tall. I am. This isn't like I'm big boned and I'm fat because of it, but it's like I do have a big frame. Like people have different bone frames. So I am a bigger person and I am fat. So I have that.
You're large
and
in every sense. Like I am too.
Yeah, I did like 580. I was just like, yeah, let's do it. And we did it, and it's great. So no, I just tried them on, and then they advised, and that was actually the nurse who was helping me try them on when I picked. She was like, a lot of times people after they have the surgery wish they would have gotten a little bigger. And I was like, give me that little bigger one. Let's take a look at it. And I was like, that shit pops. It pops and slaps.
Oh yeah.
Put them in.
Yeah. I just don't want them slapping my chin when I'm running rounding the base.
Like I said, I think you
say that now.
So you say that now. Yeah, like you kind of know what's going to look like on your body. Like, you don't want to look like, I mean, you don't want to look like one of the dancers at the Bada Bing from Sopranos, where it's just like, like ridiculous what they've had done. You want to fit your body. You're not looking.
You went
not doing
the early 2000s Lara Croft, where they're actually pointy, like
they're actually squared off and stuff. No, like
they're just a triangle.
You know what you're looking for. You're not looking.
You look like a Cybertruck.
This is not to. This is no denigration towards people who are in pornography. You're not looking for porn tits. Like, you're not looking for that. You're looking for something that will fit your body and make help you see your true self and help you feel better about where you are. So I think with you it's going to be less like the size. I think you might be less regretful, but just know that a lot of people. Just a little bigger.
Yeah. So if he's talking about the 300s and he's got 310s right there, I'll be like, just throw those in there.
Hey boss, let's just go with the 310s.
Yeah.
I don't think they go from 3 to 310. They're usually a little bigger in there.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't
really know
what
these numbers represent at all. Here's what I envision.
That's the volume of the stuff in the boob. Are you doing silicone?
CC is cubic centimeters. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because they'll be flame retardant. That's a good thing. You don't want them catching on fire. Yeah, exactly. They can take the heat.
Your crispy burnt body out of a meth lab explosion.
They'll just see perfect tits. Yeah.
And unfortunately, they'll be able to tell from my bones that I was born male or whatever.
Exactly. The male
that's 1,000 years from now.
It's in 1,000 years. Yeah, okay, 1,000 years they'll know. I imagine.
I'm always like, in 1,000 years, I'm not going to be dead. I am still going to be walking the earth and haunting people's nightmares. I don't know.
I mean, we're going to be talking. We can talk about quantum immortality because that's been on my mind grapes a lot lately. But like we can talk about that.
Before you take us too far off, Emily, you had questions for me.
I do. Amanda had a point on the previous.
Because I was wondering, because like you were talking about going shopping and he's going to have these different sizes for you, and I like to imagine a scenario where it's like kind of a Dr. Leo Spachanin scenario, where it's like he rolls in an AI video screen, and it's just like an AI compilation of you with the different boob sizes, but really it's just your face on the window licker album cover from Apex Twin. No. Never mind. I thought it was funny. I thought people might get that joke. I don't know.
prefer to picture it more like a sommelier. And like he comes in with the boobs and he offers them over his arm. And he's like, would you like to
I like
sniff
that
the
way
300?
better, yeah.
Would you like, and you're like, oh, this is a good vintage. I like
Mhm,
this.
mhm.
Goes well with a nice piece of fish.
Yeah.
So, I was, having my emotions. I mean, like you said, one of the things that's causing or heightening my emotional response to this is the fact that I went in for a facial feminization consult, less than a month ago, and I asked them about breast augmentation. I had an appointment 2 days later, and then they had me scheduled within the same month. They wanted to do it in November. And I'm like, I've got Trans Day of Remembrance and other crap I've got going on, a trip to Kansas. Like, we can't. So they pushed it back to Tuesday. Like this all happened really fast, and it was supposed to have happened even faster. So I think that is part of it. I'm just not there yet. I've always been kind of trepidatious with taking steps in my transition. I've always been nervous, and then once I got through a step, I look back and it was just like, oh, that was the best thing ever. So I'm pretty confident that's going to be the case here. But that's sort of what's heightening the emotions. We were at a thrift shop the other day, and I just ended up over kind of by the bathing suit section, and I almost broke into tears thinking about actually looking good in a bikini finally. Like, I was like, okay, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good thing.
You might be the first person in history to turn down boob surgery to go to Kansas. I'm not saying I'm 100% certain, but that definitely sounds like a first time in history this has happened. I'm
Kansas
sorry.
ain't ready for these big old juicy knockers.
I have to go to Kansas. I simply cannot do this right now. Well, let me ask you this, because I think part of it is this then. It's like, I'm not trying to not trying to scare you away from it. This is a question I would ask, as a coach. It's like, heart of hearts, is this something you really want to do, or do you feel like you were talked into or rushed into it?
I feel like it's a little rushed, but no, this is what I want.
This is what you want. All right. Yeah. Well, then, I think there's a world full of trans women who are just like, you wanted boobs and they got you in fast without a letter from an adult. Like, yeah, go for it. Do it.
Yeah. And yeah, that sort of, counteracts what my way of thinking before, of just like, okay, sometimes you got to realize that the whole thing, you can't should your way through life. The way things are the way things are, and a lot of times you just got to accept it instead of like applying all kinds of things to it. And if I am honest with myself, with the taking hormones and the different things that I've done, this is the result I've gotten. Yes, if I had been better about my pills or something, like maybe like I would have had different results, but the fact is that it's me, and I have very strong ADHD. I'm very forgetful about things. Time is difficult for me. Schedule, repeating things are difficult for me sometimes. And it's just the fact of my reality that with me in this scenario, I would end up with, small to almost non-existent boobs. That's just the fact of it. So if I want boobs, this is, if not the way to get them, a way to get them, and just accepting that.
Yeah, just for your recovery, I think I would point this out. Bunny took me to and from my appointment, and on the way home, he stopped at a fancy cake place and bought a bunch of slices of fancy cake for me to have while I was recovering. So I don't know who's caring for you in this, but you should get some fancy cakes.
Okay,
you've earned.
I like that.
Because you will just be, because if you're anything like me, and I think you might be, you'll just be like the whole ride. I'm like, I sat in the passenger side with like my head on the window and just was like,
yeah, because you're still pretty well drugged up, right?
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like Bunny always is like, you need to give me more than you would give a normal person, and then he would drive himself home after surgery if they'd let him, because it doesn't affect him. But I was like, out of it. Oh yeah, no. He's unstoppable.
Okay, he is pretty amazing. Like I gotta admit,
he is.
So, I want to ask about what to expect, but first, one of the things that I read in the paperwork, I understand that like the first week's going to be difficult. Then for a month, I can't lift anything over 5 pounds.
Jesus.
5?
You said 5 to 10 pounds, and I'm just going to go conservative with that. But anyways,
safe, yeah.
Do you do that a lot in your day-to-day life? Hucking 5 to 10 pounds over your head and onto shelves and stuff.
Not over your head, just lift. Period. Like a pot of food, like a bag of something. Like it's like a laundry basket. Like I mean, lots of things. Like
there's going to be a lot of things.
I will tell you this. this. My lack of my like whatever it is with drugs, healing. I am great at healing up. I have a high tolerance for pain. So my thing that happened for me is I was able to schedule this surgery like 2 days after I quit my job when I was working at the thrift store, and had gotten hired in my sales position. Just told the salespeople, I'm like, I could start the next week, but I want to start the week after because I'm having surgery. And they were like, yeah, cool. So I had like 2 weeks off. But yeah, I would say, it's your year's gonna vary. I don't think it stopped. It was, I think we talked about this last time, is like, it is kind of a pain. You wear this brace that kind of smushes them down, and you can't take it off for like the first week. And then you can take it off to like wash the girls off, but then you have to put it back on. So the first week is kind of just like, this like low grade pressure on your chest, and it kind of sucks. But yeah, 2 weeks, you'll be good to go. And like I said, I managed to like sneak it in at the right time in my life, that I was just like, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off and recover for this.
Yeah.
And
so
the people I worked with the new place never even knew that I didn't have glorious boobs. They didn't know me before that.
Yeah.
They were just
so
like, you have amazing boobs, and I'm like, I always have.
So the one thing that I saw in the paperwork that surprised me was I'm not supposed to reach for things.
Can't do it.
See, here's the thing about this paperwork. That's going to be stuff that's like, they put that in there so that like, if you reach for a pencil, and I don't know what that would do to your boobs, like your boob slides out and now you've got like a hunchback. I don't know what the thing is, but that's just shit that they can go, oh, you reached for something. Well, in the fine print, it said no reaching for a week. I think I read that stuff and I do what I want. And like, it's precautions, but don't think like if your coffee cup is like an arm's length away and you like lean over it, nothing's gonna happen.
Not gonna ruin the surgery.
And now you gotta have Ashley bring you that coffee cup.
My God. If you like read all this shit, I don't know how anyone has surgery if they read all that stuff that they give you with surgery. It's like, if you die on the table, we're not responsible. Like, is that going to happen? They're like, no, of course it's not going to happen. They're like, well, why is it in here? It's like, well, just in case.
Our plane hits the hospital, like whatever it is. But like, you do need like a little bell that you can get, that you can ring.
No, don't be something. That. Don't.
I think you should be that. I would be that. I would be that, wouldn't I, Lilith?
You would, which is why I'm telling you not to do.
So the thing is I'm going to be wrapped the first day. Apparently I go back in the next day and they take that off and they look at it. Because of my size, I'm probably not going to need drains, they said. So it'll be some, did you have to deal with drains?
Nah, I didn't do anything. No.
Okay, interesting. So they said to bring a zipping.
Is it interesting that was never even brought up when we were talking about the surgery? Now I'm wondering, oh shit, should I have been drained? Do I have like dirty water and then underneath?
Are you sloshing around, or like it's
stagnant bloody water?
Oh, good Christ!
God,
we forgot to tell her to come in and get drained.
No, it's just like, sometimes with surgeries they have to.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're gonna unwrap me, I think the day after. I've got the appointments on my thing. I should be able to find that out. I need to put this on the calendar because it's only a couple days away. And I need to bring in a zip up sports bra. I think it's because I can't like put my arms over my head. Like you have to, yeah. Anyways, And I guess that's what I'm gonna live in for a while. And then I eat the same thing, like sponge baths. I can't get the sutures, the scar areas wet. And yeah, that's about it. But I don't know anything. They didn't say anything about the what I've heard from a lot of girls, the band to keep them down.
And it might be, you know, every person is different. Everyone's body is different. You're not getting big homunculoid ones like I did, so maybe it's not as big an issue if you get human-sized breasts.
Normal human.
Normal
like
normal
Baldur's Gate
human
3 breasts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So you think that the first week is whatever, you feel a little whatever, but by like the end of the second week, you're kind of back to whatever, to
Yeah, I mean,
normal.
I mean, you're getting your body cut open and getting shit crammed in it, and it's gonna hurt. And but it's gonna go away as you go. And if you're not, honestly, the thing that drove me up the wall was that stupid compression chest thing. So if you don't have to wear that, you're ahead of the game already.
Okay.
Like that thing was ridiculous.
How long was it for your breast to what is the first word? It's like it's not settle, but it's something like settle and to fluff, as they say.
Yeah, like there are some pictures I took early, and they're just very much like straightforward, very round. Like you just scooped them on there, and they're just like there. And now they've got a little sag and a little bounce to them. It took a little while to get that going. And like I said, I don't wear bras. I don't like bras. No woman in my life has ever been like, I love wearing my bra. So I'm like, well, why am I going to do it? And I get it. There are reasons for trans women to like wearing bras, and I'm not dismissing that. But for me, it was just like, I'm just going to let them ride, and they ride, and they're pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was one of the trepidations I have too, and just with getting boobs in general is like pretty much every trans girl I've talked to, I believe, has said that they liked wearing bras until the moment when they needed them because of having boobs, and then they just become torture.
Yeah, and of course I have like artwork all over my chest, so I have to beware. I have like tank tops I like to wear that are a little light, and if I can't wear them out in public because you'll see, you know, this dragon wrapped around these huge boobs. So I'm like, can't wear that yellow top, can't wear that white top, you know. So a lot of darks for this one.
I'm excited for all of the clothing that doesn't work with a bra. You know, like the sort of thinner stuff or whatever. Like there's certain things that the low cut and things like that just like you have to either have the perfect bra or you just kind of supposed to wear it without a bra. And it's like I can't wear those, so I'm like super excited about those.
The dresses that have like the little elastic thing all the way around that you got to pull your boobs over. Oh yeah, that's the best. You pull it over and you just like, yeah, tucks right in.
I'm excited. Nice. I'm so excited.
I'm happy for you. Let us know. Yeah, obviously maybe not the whole internet, but obviously be in touch with us.
Yeah,
all day and let us know how it's going.
Absolutely. And then we'll have to see, like it totally depends on how it goes, if I'll be able to make it to next week's show.
You'll be able to. You're just talking.
Okay.
I don't think I've never lifted anything. I've never lifted 5 to 10 pounds for this show.
Have you ever reached for like your mouse? It's like you reach for something. You can't do that. No reaching. You gotta be a T-Rex. You just gotta just walk around like this.
Can't
well, and I feel like if that's the thing, that's what that the band should do. That the band should hold the boobs down and go across your arms so you can't
cross your arms so they're like to your sides.
Yeah,
like I can't reach. I can't possibly reach. Yeah. Ladies, should we move on and do a little thing? I got a little thing for us.
Well, I was going to ask we
talked a lot about
questions before any other boob questions or
do we have more boob questions?
So yeah, like what do I need the first couple days? Like you talked about some comfort food, and I'm totally about that. I wouldn't do cake, but I think cheeseburgers and burritos.
Burritos sound good every day.
Like how long were you just like laid up, like not doing anything?
I mean, like I said, I'd quit my job, so I didn't have anything to do. So I just kind of chilled for 2 weeks, and did that. But I would say, like, if I had to go do something, I don't remember like not shopping. Probably 2 or 3 days where it was just like The pain part was too
Can't
bad that
reach
I
for
couldn't do stuff.
cereal.
I couldn't reach for cereal. Yeah, I can't go shopping. I can't. I just kept asking people to reach something for me. It's like, could you reach that for me? I'm not allowed
Could you
to
reach me those pickles? I can't get them.
So it was like a couple days where it was like, but for me, on like literally, and I hate to keep coming back to this, most of the pain and discomfort was from the compression thing, and so it didn't. I see Bunny's melting off in the and honestly, he might remember this differently and better than I am. Maybe I was a big baby. I don't think I'm a big baby. I think I'm pretty much worked through the pain and stuff. But I don't remember myself being like, oh, I can't do anything. But I did bitch a lot about that compression bra.
I have to pause it here. I have, because this is killing me. That message that Bunny wrote,
can't not do
so
anything.
it's so that's pretty much it. Negatives that like it's Alex Horn level confusing. Like, and it's like I'm wondering like, what the fuck is actually that supposed to be, Bunny? What the fuck is going on?
What that would mean is he's like
no opposite. It didn't help.
If Lilith says she's gonna do something, or Lilith puts her mind to doing something, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm good with I'm really good with pain tolerance. I've got a couple anecdotes we don't have time for today, but I'm also a big baby when I'm sick. And so I'm not sure where this will fall, but
I don't know what's bothering me the most, that you're a big baby when you're sick, or like you're just like, I don't want cake. There's just so many. How are we friends? That's the main question.
But the big baby when I'm sick is an issue for you as well.
I don't get it, but it also, and Bunny
used to be. I'm not anymore. I was kind of
back up
yesterday.
The last time I was sick, like I did get sick. I drank something that gave me food poisoning earlier this year, but cannot remember the last time I was like sick. Like I've got a cold, or I'm gonna stay in bed all day.
It was me yesterday. That's why I keep ducking out, is because I'm blowing my nose and coughing up and hacking up green phlegm.
We appreciate that. We appreciate
that. It's for you. It's for the world. Like,
you.
No one needs to see or hear that. It's horrible. But like, I used to be a giant baby when I got sick and pre-transition. And I did notice that like after transition, like my pain tolerance just across the board, just like my threshold lifted up. And so I'm able to handle a lot more now. But like pre-transition, it was like, it was a funny thing because I've talked to trans men that have had the opposite experience, which is they like pre-transition, they were always like, oh, like I can't believe how like fucking ridiculous men are when they get sick. And then they got sick for the first time after they went on T. They're like, oh my God, it's no joke. This is horrible. Like, it's just like, yeah. But anyway, all that stuff is good. And Emily, I think you're gonna be just fine. You're going through with it. You're going in. Next time we see Emily, she'll have a nice juicy set of brand new knockers. We'll all get to enjoy that. And that'll be great.
I gotta go shopping for lower cut things.
And then, like I said, the biggest thing is like having to wait until it's medically cleared to have someone slap them. Like for me, that was it. The doctor's like, you're gonna want to slap them. You're gonna want to have them get slapped.
Don't do that. Don't squeeze them just yet.
Yeah. What's the week timeline for motorboating? Is that like a 4 to 6 weeks, or is it longer than that?
No, I would say as soon as maybe 2 weeks. That 2 weeks where they're talking about that 2 weeks where you can't like lift shit, you can't do stuff. Like go ahead and lift stuff early. Don't start motorboating early, because not for you, but for that person's face. If those tits are still stiff, if they're not starting to get a little life to them, they're gonna hurt themselves. They're gonna end up with a bloody nose.
Yeah.
That's good.
Really good advice. That's why I wanted to talk about this here, is I knew I would get great advice here on the show. Yeah.
Great advice. Let's do a meme diver. Hit it, Raina. Ladies and gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, welcome to Meme Diver, the meme show where we analyze the deepest memes from the darkest places of the internet or the best places of the internet, and we appraise them and value them in the top movers on Coinbase. The top mover on Coinbase today is pump.fun. So we're going to be rating this in pump.fun coin. And that's what we're going to be doing. So you want to just dive right into the memes? Should we just dive right in?
I think that's a great idea, but I also think, I'm not going to be using pump.fun.
I don't know why you wouldn't want pump.fun. I've taken all the investments I've had, I've converted them to pump.fun, and I recommend everybody do the same.
Pump.fun is actually what I call my tits.
There you go. There you go. Pump.fun. There it is. Boobs.org. Here we go. Here's our first meme of the day. This meme is, oh my God, babe, did you just spend $1,328.04 from our checking account? Babe, is that what I think it is? And it's Creedmas. That's right. They're going to see Creedmas on December 30th, 2025 for only the low, low cost of $1,328.04. But you can get verified resale tickets for a little bit less. So they paid full price for Creedmas. I don't know if, it sounds like a bargain to me. That's all I gotta say. Like, I don't have that kind of money laying around. What if money was no object? I can't think of a better thing to spend it on than Creedmas.
I would say that we all know, according to the industry, that your engagement ring should be 3 months' salary. So I don't think this couple is making enough money to be going to Creedmas if 3 months' salary for this young man is $1,300. That's just not sustainable.
Well, okay, I think you're making a category error here, because like Creedmas isn't the wedding, isn't the engagement ring. They're getting the engagement ring on top of Creedmas.
No. He spent the money. She thinks it's for an engagement ring, which means she thinks that 3 months' salary. So this guy is essentially spending 3 months worth of salary to see Creed.
Now I see.
At the Mohegan Sun Arena. So they're going to a casino to go see Creed.
Where else would you see Creed?
Usually where they usually busker on the corner of 35th and Main. What are you talking about? That's where I always see Creed, and it doesn't cost
you
me
would see Creed in Kansas. In Kansas is where you would see Creed.
Yes, absolutely. That's why they're going to see Creed in Connecticut. At a native
Creed is playing
casino.
Manhattan, Kansas. So you gave me a different perspective, Lilith, because I didn't realize that she thought it was the engagement ring. Oh my God, you're getting me an engagement ring, and it turned out to be Creedmas. I thought instead that it was like she found out it was Creedmas, and then she's like, now I'm gonna marry you because you got me the best Christmas present ever, which is going to see Creedmas.
No, their relationship has gone a very different direction than what you first assumed in seeing this meme.
I was thinking it was like...
You assume that one of these tickets is for her. This is definitely a bros night out. Him and his three bros
night out. Like,
go to the casino, getting comped some drinks, going to see Creedmas,
having a wild night at Creedmas. That's what it's all about.
Lilith brings up a great point, because you don't buy 4 tickets to Creedmas without your significant other knowing.
Yeah.
Like, if it was a surprise, it would be 2 tickets.
Yeah.
If it's 4 tickets and she's not aware of this, they have a big problem.
Yeah, there's no room. There's no room for her.
She's not going. He bought his bros tickets to Creedmas. The 4 of them are going together.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like, this is like the Hangover 6. Like, that's what this is gonna be like. This is like at Vegas. Like, this is gonna be a wild ass night. Mike Tyson's gonna be there punching a tiger or something. It's gonna be wild.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Well, now hold up. Now you've turned me around. If this is what it is, if Ken Jeong is going to be there, now I kind of want to be there as well.
Yeah.
And Adam Scott. Adam Scott's going to be there.
Was Adam Scott in?
He's gonna be in
The
this one. He's gonna
Hangover?
be in. He's gonna
Oh,
be in the
okay.
Hangover Creedmas. They got him.
The thing that blows my mind the most about all of this. Now, see, the thing is now that we know that it's 4 tickets for $1,300, that makes it less absurd, right? If it was 2 tickets for $1,300 to go see Creed, is wild to me. $279. Actually, I think he paid more than that.
He's paying like $330 a ticket.
Yes, yes. It's still obscene.
Here real quick,
but it's less crazy than it was than I thought originally. So I think that's still a big sticking point for me. The other thing is that they're going to see them December 30th, 2025.
After Christmas. Yeah. It's like Creed New Year's miss. Like, yeah, they fucked it up.
But this isn't 15 years ago. This isn't 5 years ago. This is happening this year.
I have to have a joke correction real quick. New Year's miss when New Year's Creed was right there. Come on.
Fuck that one up. I'm gonna give this one 4 pump.fun coin, and then I'm gonna throw in a 500 Trump coin, just like as like little, just like you can pave the way with it. Like, I think that'll be good for Creed miss.
I think one of the things that I look for is the visual appeal of these. There's a little bit of a visual, nothing too great. But what I do appreciate about this is the conversation that it sparked with us and will spark for others. I think this will be a nice little conversation piece as people think through the things that we just talked about. And so I think I'm going to go with 6 pump.boobs fun coins or whatever they are.
All right. I will find one of those bubblegum machines that has little toys in it and the one that promises that there's a diamond ring in it. And I will put a quarter in that and pop it out. And whatever comes out, that's what I would give you for this meme.
That's a great
Could
deal.
be a diamond ring.
That one.
Could be a diamond ring. Could be a sticky hand that you flick at the wall and pick stuff up or whatever.
I love this. Remember, you can get all these as NFTs at NFT.horse. We're going to be moving along right here.
I really wish you would set that. I really wish you would get off your butt and do that.
Does anybody know if it's just Scott Stapp or if there are other members of Creed that are still in the Creed band?
I'm sorry. Do the other members of Creed have big things going on that they can't be?
There's no way to know.
Casino?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's the whole. Okay. It's the whole group.
Moving on.
Well, he was in Reagan. He was busy working, so maybe it's everyone in Creed but Scott Stapp.
Who was he in Reagan?
He played Frank Sinatra.
Shut up! No, I'm sorry. This is breaking my brain. Scott Stapp from Creed played.
We did a whole episode on this. You can go back into the archives and watch the Reagan episode that we did when we analyzed it from top to bottom. Lilith has blocked it out of her memory, but we definitely talked about Scott Stapp.
I do remember that. I do remember that. I remember us talking about that movie. Scott Stapp must have been like erased from my mind because it's so improbable.
Yeah,
it's like that's a Mandela effect right there. Where like the whole world swears that someone else was Frank Sinatra, but it really was Scott.
Because it couldn't have been Scott.
They're both big, huge stars, and they both love Christmas. That's all I need to know.
We have spent too much time talking about Scott Stapp and saying Scott Stapp. So let's just move on. I don't want to talk about Creed no more.
Moving on, my brother is doing a diversity training at work, and this is one of the slides, and it says Michael clocks out for lunch from his post on the Upper East Side of Manhattan and sits down to eat in the employee lounge. Another security professional, Cindy, is just finishing up her lunch and notices that Michael has a small sandwich and a bag of apple slices. She exclaims, "What kind of Italian are you? This is the smallest sandwich I have ever seen. Throw some meat on that bread or bust out some pasta and gravy, you big paisan. You're going to be starved by the end of your shift." How do you think this makes Michael feel? Is Cindy implying that Michael needs to eat more food because he is Italian? Do you think Cindy's comment could have offended others in the employee lounge? What do y'all think?
I would say that first, Michael, if this actually happened, Michael would freak out, realizing that he's in a made-up scenario that white people have created to make it seem like this happens to white people. If Cindy's Italian, then this is a perfectly acceptable thing to say.
I agree.
I think
I've Cindy's
never,
in the right.
I have never heard of this happening, and I think this is unfortunately the world we're living in. And
I think if Cindy didn't say that, she should get in trouble. That's what I think. What's Michael doing? What's Michael doing with a small sandwich? What kind of paisan
who hires an Italian as a security professional? Oh,
forget about it.
Forget about it. He's going to give the key to Jimmy Conaway, and suddenly you got Jimmy and Henry Hill in here lifting stuff out of the storage containers. Come on, forget about it.
Stuff starts disappearing from trucks. What are you going to do?
Oh, what are you going to do about it? Oh, we should have hired that Italian as a security professional.
Forget about it. Forget about it. What do you got to say, Emily?
What was the intent of this post? Like, it could be read very straight. My brother is doing diversity training at work, and this is one of the slides. Like, isn't this silly? Or like, is it meant as a joke? Like, is the diversity training the gag here? Like is the poster trying to joke and then show this image, or are they just showing it straight and then the image is the where the funny comes in?
No. He's saying the honkies have taken over and we're fucked.
I see it like from the perspective of I think it's problem because now I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for telling this paisan his sandwich isn't big enough. Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, you paisan, why don't you have a bigger sandwich? And they're gonna be like, you're fucking canceled. Get the fuck out of here.
I've also talked about this many times about when making fun with ethnicity within imitations. If you're white, then white people are on your dartboard. You can make fun of other whites. And so we live in a time now where Italians are considered white. They in the past they hadn't been here in the United States because we had very weird ideas about race. Today still,
Irish people weren't considered white at one point.
Irish people weren't white either. So I think that if Cindy's another white lady, whether she's Italian or not, and is joking around with Michael, then she should, just like a racist does when just like when these transphobes do when they make fun of trans people, or a racist does when they make fun of black people, she could just go, "It's a joke. Oh, forget about it.
Forget about it. Why you guys got no sense of humor?"
It really did turn out. It really turned out that these white people were snowflake as hell too. It's just like, oh, I'm sick of living in a world where you got to watch everything you say, and now they're just like, oh, is it wrong to make fun of Italians eating a big meaty sandwich? And it's like, no, it's not.
No, it's not meaty enough. That's
this offends me. This offends me as a comic. Yes, because it's not funny. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
But this is what a racist who would say this about whether a black person or a person from south of the border, or they would make an offensive joke like this about trans people. This is what they think is funny. A real comic would never be like, "Oh, you got to get some meat on your sandwich." But that's what like racists think. People think about other people. So that's what this
Larry the
offends me as
Cable
a
Guy
comic.
would do this joke. They got it from Larry the Cable Guy.
Cindy's a bad comic and should just not. She should just worry about being a security professional.
Yeah.
And just leave the jokes to. I can't think of a comic right now that I would say leave the jokes to.
Yeah. Is this an example of woke, like just going way too far? Where
way too far. They went way too far this time.
Where we're
no,
not.
This is because the people who are. This is the anti-woke people who are just trying to be like, black people have had it too easy in this country far enough. What about Italian discrimination? Like on sandwiches.
Because the take I was thinking that what might be happening here is they're so afraid to be offensive about Black people, Native Americans, Hispanic, people from India, and overseas, Middle Eastern, that they're like, they whitewashed even the ethnic stereotype example to make it about a white guy so as not to offend somebody in the don't be offensive training. Like, just like woke on top of woke. Basically,
honestly, the thing is, like, they want to be victims. I don't get it. I don't get why.
Why it's a different take, but okay, I get it.
For that. No, they got a raging hard on for being persecuted. Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's as simple as, because they're just like, what happens all the time? I've got a vowel at the end of my name, and every time I go out for lunch, someone gives me shit because I have a PB and J, and they're just like, they keep you, they
hey,
start
paisan.
Like, yeah, oh, paisan, forget about it. It's just like, that doesn't. This has never happened. It's like, yeah, you know what? You shouldn't. But why not use a real example that probably has happened at your company instead of making one up about an Italian guy who's never had this happen to them?
No. Have you ever heard anyone ever call someone paisan, especially in some kind of like vague insult sort of way? Like, is there any way they could be
time Tony's eating a pimento sandwich in the break room? Hey.
Oh, forget about it.
I don't see it. I don't see it. There's so much I dislike about the scenario that it makes it hard for me to like this meme. I'm gonna probably go with a 4 here.
4.
This meme really should be thrown on a fire and destroyed. But it's such bad comedy that what I would give for it is a stool that Joe Rogan fucked on stage as part of his stand-up act.
Oh, that's good. That's gonna be that's worth a lot.
Equally worthless.
It's pretty high.
No, that's worth so much. Because of woke, I'm giving this one pump.fun coin.
Okay.
That's it. One because it's too woke and I've had enough of this woke nonsense. Let's move along here. We got one more here. This is an old classic. This is why did my manager send this? And this is while Luigi knows you're high at work, it's chill. He won't tell anybody. He's just giving you the heads up that it's visible. And that's like, imagine, I mean, it's a classic. I've seen this around a lot, but I don't think we featured it because it is good. And I imagine working at the restaurants I've worked at when I was very high at work and getting this text from my boss who was also very high at work and noticing that and like probably freaking the fuck out because I can imagine that scenario.
I would say that if your boss has a company phone, then he did just tell everyone.
I'm thinking this is like at Little Caesars though. Like this is at Little Caesars. No, it's not.
It's at Enterprise. It's at Enterprise. It's Mike from Enterprise.
Where do you see that? Where do you see that?
Right at the top where it's from. It's Mike, Enterprise.
Oh yeah. You're right. Yeah. You're right. So that's at the rent-a-car place?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's wild. I didn't even think about that. I thought I was like, this has to be a pizza restaurant. It has to be. Like, it was the only place you would get this text is if we weren't at a pizza place. Because everyone at the pizza place is so high every step of the way. Like, there's no step in the process of making your pizza to getting it to you where the person that was involved wasn't just blazed. Like, that's just how that works. And so,
okay, well, now you're talking about this pizza place you worked at. Let's get back to
Enterprise
renting.
Let's get back to the media. I would say that how do you know that someone who works at Enterprise is high? This is like, the life's not being sucked out of you fast enough. You must be high to still be working here and somewhat smiling and engaging with the customers. Is that how you know you're high? Or is it just your eyes are red?
Okay. And I want to analyze for a moment what this is saying, because it's chill. He won't tell anyone, but he wants you to know it's visible. So the first thing is you get a message from your boss that says, I know you're high at work, but it's disguised as this fun cartoon character like that knows you're high at work, but he won't tell anybody. It's chill. So is that your boss telling you like, I know you're high and you shouldn't be doing this, but it's cool? Like,
this is your boss fucking with your high paranoia in the best way.
I want to build on that for just a bit. If the manager knows, who else would the manager tell? The manager is the god of this enterprise rent-a-car. Everyone answers to him. He's like, I'm not going to tell the guy who vacuums out the cars that you're high. It's like, I don't care.
No one can.
Who do you think sold me the weed, right? So yeah, I think this manager thinks he's funny. Probably the kind of person who calls out Italians for what they eat for lunch in a comical way.
This is Cindy's brother. Yeah.
Clearly, managers, you're the boss. Don't fraternize or make jokes. You can ignore it, but don't joke around with your, Mike from Enterprise. Don't joke around with people. Now you're just opening yourself up for more problems. What happens if a car gets dropped off and you send this guy to go park it for the next thing and he crashes it? And then you let this guy who was high drive a car, and we've got the evidence because you sent him a thing that it was obvious he was high. Now, Mike, you're opening yourself up. You're opening yourself up. Just be ignorant.
Wow.
I think, Mike, the secret to being a good manager is ignoring shit that can be afford to be ignored, like this guy being high, and being able to just let people yell at you for shit that's not your fault. You want to be a successful manager. That's what it is. Don't try to be friends with people. Don't try to drop these you're just opening yourself up for problems.
Yeah. Bad manager. I'm gonna say we didn't have a good meme day today. I'm gonna go. The last one should have been lower, but since I gave it a 4, I'm gonna stick with a 4. I think it's about the same level. It's a really quick tangent. I never really looked at Waluigi's thing before. I didn't realize not only is his L upside down, but it is backwards, and that is confounding me a bit. But go ahead.
Well, I just want to say something. I will agree with what you're saying in that these memes were not ones that I would pay for. I would say that creatively, as someone who likes to make jokes, this has been probably the most fun I've had doing Meme Diver in quite some time, because I really got to do some deep cuts here. I think look at all this. Look at the chat. Look at all the exploding laughy faces. No, this is these memes suck. And I think you should delete them from your meme folder because they're not worth having around. But this was a good Meme Diver.
Untrue. Purchase them on LegitNFT.horse.
And so for that, I would, I think honestly somewhere I have a spare N64 joystick around. I have like a spare one. I would give that spare joystick for this Waluigi thing, and then I'll get hired at this enterprise by Mike, and I'll use this to blackmail him. So maybe not the original intent of these NFTs, but I will find a use for it.
I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, this is a classic. This is an old meme that I saw a long time ago, but I just never got around to featuring it because it's a delightful meme. But because it's a classic, and I enjoy the heck out of this meme. I enjoy every level of this meme. So I'm going off the charts. I'm going 9 pump.fun coin today is what I'm doing.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the memes were good. I do think that the show was good. So yeah, I'm giving the show 9 pump.funds.
I mean, we talked half the show about boobs. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Holy cow! All right, we got a couple more here. Now this is
you said that was the last one.
I didn't say that was the last one. I didn't say that was the last one at all. No, I didn't say that. We've got 2 more. This Meme Diver. We got 2
more.
All right. I know we're past time, but that's the way it goes. I was trying to rein it in, but it didn't work. We had too much to say about Tony.
Too much to say.
And he's a paisano. So we're just going over time. We got an extended show today. This one is deep. This is from They Might Be Shitposting, a They Might Be Giants shitposting group. And so this one says, and do I need 'T to declare this as taxable income? Wake up and put the cat food into a diversified investment portfolio. And then it's got a cat dressed as a business person. having coffee and reading the financial section. And I really enjoyed this as a They Might Be Giants fan, and as a fan of cats wearing business suits.
I'm going to say that any cat meme that has "wake up" in it should be in the System of a Down shit posting. But you know, that's neither here nor there.
What's happening here? Why am I lost? I don't understand what the first bit's about.
So They Might Be Giants as a band. Their
Yeah.
first hit was called Don't Let's Start. And one of the lyrics is like, they spell out like, don't. It's like, the world destruction over and over. And do I need a apostrophe need this torture? Don't let's start. And so it's a famous line from They Might Be Giants. And this one, and another line from that song is wake up and smell the cat food in your bank account. That's a lyric from that song. And that's why all this is coming together. Now, for those that are unfamiliar with They Might Be Giants, this meme is nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. But for those of us that truly love They Might Be Giants, this meme hits hard. Like this meme hits, this is a deep cut. It's a very specific, specialized meme, which is going to give it 3 pump.fun coin from me.
So what's the contraction word that's happening at the beginning of this?
Don't. DON''T.
And how are you supposed to understand that from NDO?
I don't know if I can explain it to you from here at this point in the show.
Okay. All right.
Without knowing the song. Like I was worried about that this might be the case, but I'm still standing by it because I love this meme.
If you're a longtime fan of the show, you know that I regularly am lost when it comes to these memes. I would say it's fairly rare that I am the audience for these memes. And so I'm often caught evaluating a meme without having a personal understanding of it and a full appreciation. So I'm going to go based on what Amanda has said, that it does cut deep for They Might Be Giants fans. You know me, I love visuals. I'm a very visual person. A cat in a suit with a high collar, trying to decide what to do with their cat food investment portfolio, I find quite enjoyable. So if there is a deeper meaning into that for They Might Be Giants fans, I love that for them. If you are a fan of the band, I'm going to go with an 8 on this. So if you're not a fan of the band, but you might have friends that might appreciate this, then you can go a little bit more conservative on that with a 5. But I think I would still have a place in your portfolio.
Lilith, what do you got?
I'm still pulling myself out because I think this should be System of a Down shit posting, and the thing should say, wake up, jump on the shelf, and knock over the makeup.
So decline, no rating, no value.
I'm declining, and this has nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with They Might Be Giants. I am also a huge fan of theirs.
Protest.
That's a better use of the cat meme, like, because this cat looks all buttoned up, and the idea is that what you should do is go up and knock something off of a shelf. Very, very cat behavior. I love that juxtaposition. That would be much funnier for me.
Right. Our final meme today. Here we are. PC modders 2 seconds after a game releases on PC. And we've got what's his eye from Death Stranding there with a nice set. And this works with our theme today. A nice enhanced set of modded boobs for our good friend. What's his name? Who knows the name of this guy?
Reedus.
Michael Reedus.
Michael Reedus. Sam Porter Bridges from Death Stranding is how I know him.
And wasn't his name Daryl on Walking Dead?
I think it might have been Daryl on Walking Dead. Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus.
Norman sounds right. Norman.
I would say this.
Yeah.
Do you know that if you play this
that
game,
guy's name is Norman? Wow.
I think Amanda, you have this game. You can test this out.
I love this game.
If you go into like his little pod where he lives, and you keep focusing the camera on his crotch, he gets mad at you.
I believe that. Yeah.
Like, says something about it.
Hideo Kojima has thought of everything, and there's no question that he didn't think about this, in fact, too. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Hideo Kojima actually created this mod and
He
then
created the mod himself.
Yeah, he made the mod himself. Like, and he's like, I know what my fans want, and it's Norman Reedus with a big set of big naturals. That's what he wanted, and that's what everyone wants. And it's true.
I don't think anyone's
going
gonna
to
argue.
Here.
Yeah,
I know. I want this mod for Death Stranding. I'm going to see what I can do about it maybe later on today.
I love that it's apropos to our discussion today, and the fact that they're absolutely Lilith-sized boobs. Like, this is pretty perfect. Again, the visual almost works by itself, and then the little bit of a tagline like really brings it home. Not a big fan of the font. The display here, like a better font would have been nicer. But as far as memes go and visuals go, I think this one's pretty much top notch. I'm gonna go with my highest rating. I think this is our meme of the day. This is the good one from my perspective. I'm gonna go. Let's go all the way to the top. I'm gonna say this is a 9. I think this is gonna be really good in your portfolio for a very long time.
That fun.
You know what? I'm on my own wavelength when it comes to bidding on these. I will give this a 9 if Emily takes a picture on Monday, like the one on the left here, and then takes another picture on Thursday on the right here and puts them side to side. And then gives us that.
I don't think
Saturday.
It's going to be good to do it, right after. I will do it. I will take a right after. I will definitely take the before, and then when they settle and are like in the right place,
when they settle
we'll
in, this is going to take a while. Yeah, I think. But I like that idea. So we're going to need you to pick out an outfit and like do the whole shebang. But
as long as you have a shirt
before
on,
and after, I think.
As long as you have a shirt on, they look fine. It does look weird when and they haven't settled. It just looks weird when you don't have anything on because they're just like.
Okay.
But if you have a shirt on, they look fine. So yeah.
Okay. I'll take multiple photos.
You also do what you feel.
You do it the way you see. We'll need a glow up. We'll need a boob glow up for sure.
Yeah.
And I've got a little fidget that'll go on my thumb. I think it's a Band-Aid or something he's got on, but I'm gonna take it as a STEM toy. So yeah.
That, my friends. Oh, I didn't rate it. I'm giving this like an 8. 8 Pump That Fun. I love this meme. I think it's great. I think it's fun for the whole family. That's my rating.
Yeah.
That is Meme Diver, folks. Thank you so much and good night.
Why did everyone get quiet all of a sudden?
Because they had to do, Raina had to do the theme to go away. Like Raina did the go away
theme after.
Yeah, there's the end theme. And Raina, and she nailed it. She nailed it.
She really had this show perfect today. The timing, you said hit it, Raina, and that thing started instantly. Yeah, our producer Raina was just on it today.
On the point. So that's it for our show. We went over time. That's okay. We love you. Have Merry Creedmas. Merry Creedmas to all who celebrate. Like we're gonna be done for the day here. Stick around at the top of the hour. We'll be doing poker. I don't know if Kenny's gonna be here or not. I think Raina will be here for sure. And then tomorrow morning we're gonna do another Church of Vault Tech. I didn't put up the thing because I've been very sick, and that's my excuse for not doing the work. Like last week we died a lot. After Lilith left, I went east and died like 10 more times, which Lilith did miss. And on Charlotte's prompt, but like I have to recalibrate. We don't have the weaponry or the armor to go that direction, so we gotta reel it in and get grounded. So that's what we're gonna be doing this week. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna recenter and refocus our efforts into keeping Claudia alive is what we're doing. So that'll be tomorrow on the Church of Vault Tech. And then Emily, are you doing a creative block on Wednesday?
I get my boobs on Tuesday. I don't think there's any chance I will be doing a creative block on Wednesday. I'll probably be pretty laid up for that. So we're going to take this week off, but then we'll be back the next week. I've gotten some feedback that having Ashley on is definitely improves the show. So I'm going to try and see if we can keep that a regular thing. I know she loves to be on. We have a lot of fun together. So we'll keep doing that. This time we did a gingerbread cabin in the snow, and we talked about a lot about Harvey, the chronically depressed snowman, which is an AI generated holiday song apparently that I highly recommend you go and check it out. We're going to do a holiday party, and that will feature prominently at the party. So if anybody that comes to that will be able to learn this song well. But if you're not part of that, then please go look it up yourself. You owe it to yourself to hear Harvey, the chronically depressed snowman song. It's really destined to be one of your new favorite holiday songs. But yeah, a no transgender show. I think we're just going to give up on that show until 2026, and we'll start fresh. Episode or season.
New boobs is what you're saying.
Season 6 had 7 episodes. That's how sad and difficult it was this year to keep that show going. But next year we're going to restart it, and
that just means it's choice.
Yeah, get back up to 40 plus episodes in a season.
All right, click on the links, give us the loves, like and subscribe and share, spread the love, tell your friends, do all that stuff, and we'll see you at the top of the hour for poker. Bye-bye.
Love y'all.